Hey, it's Holden here, Run Pure Sports, runpuresports.com. Do some stuff for the Run Pure bet side too. Hope everybody's having a great week so far. It was an exciting weekend. We finally got some normalcy with football coming back. I felt normal for the first time since all the crap went down in this world, the whole world, but especially the country. Anyways, I'm feeling good. I got an Eddie Lacy poster on the way. He's going to take the place of Brandon Marshall, Julio Jones. Who else is on this poster here? AJ Green, Calvin Johnson, Duz Bryant, and Demaryius Thomas. See how the whole thing is just shifted here? I probably should have done this for the wide receiver side. Anyways, Christian McCaffrey leading the way at running back. There's no doubt about it. He's number one still, taking on the Bucks. 10K over here on DraftKings. If you want to jam him in, just go do it. Just go. You know, he wasn't even doing very much. It seemed like you look at the final tally and Christian McCaffrey's just tearing it up above 20 points again, ho-hum. But for 10K, you kind of want to get up around 30 points, don't you? Taking on Carolina, 10K, 10K, 10K. Bucks allowed 21.7 and 7.3 DK points to him last year. So he had a decent game and a bad game against them. I'm not really going to take that into account right now. It's too small of a sample, but just know that when you're making your lineups. Then we got Saquon. He is 8.4K on DraftKings. I think a lot of people are going to be off on him. They're a little bit scared. He's 9K on FanDuel. We saw it again. Didn't have a good year last year. Now he went up against the best. I think if it's not the best defense, one of the best three defenses in the league. Monday Night Football, 15 carries, 6 yards, but he was used in the passing game. He caught 6 of 9 targets for 60 yards in that role. Wow, 1 yard in week 1 in 2019, but he had that ankle roll and things just didn't take off. He's healthy now. Here's my problem with them. Their offensive line sucks. I mean, to me is the biggest problem. You're going to have Saquon Barkley running behind a bad line, so hopefully he just gets a lot of work in the passing game. Daniel Jones is under pressure. If they play from behind, at least they can use him in the passing game, but I really need to see this guy get going, and this could be the week. You know, Detroit giving up 138 yards off 19 carries. Actually, I take that back. It's Chicago. I don't know why I said Detroit. Anyway, Chicago gave up 29 carries, 138 yards. They're missing Eddie Goldman, their big-time defensive tackle. Saquon could be back in a bounce-back spot. Don't cross him off the list because of a bad week one. Zeke going up against Atlanta. What are we going to do with Zeke here? $400 more on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings. He's 8.2 on DraftKings. I know what we're going to do with him. We're going to start him. I got two guys I'm building my running back crew around if I'm paying up at running back. This is one of them. He actually caught 3 of 4 targets. They said he was going to be more involved in the passing game. He was a little bit, so that was nice. 22 carries, 96 yards. I will likely be building lineups, my cash lineups, around Zeke this week, given the discount that I'm getting at $1,800 over McCaffrey. And I think that, Zeke can put up 30 points on both sides at any time. So I love him. I like Derrick Henry, 7.9 on DraftKings. Again, he had 24 targets last year. His target, again, 3 targets, 3 pass catches. He and Zeke caught 3 balls each. So you're not totally going dormant in the passing game with him. I still kind of feel better on FanDuel always with Derrick Henry, but Henry's tearing it up, man. He's 7.9K, went over 100 yards against the Denver Broncos, and he's 8.3 on FanDuel, which, again, I really feel like you kind of need either Henry or Elliott this week. I'm going to need Henry or Elliott this week in my cash core. Dalvin Cook taking on Indy, 7.6, 7.6K. He's 8.8. He is 8.8 on FanDuel. That's a lot, man. He played 30 snaps. Are they easing him in? Or is this going to be his role going forward because of the injuries? And is Madison going to get some more touches? Alexander Madison. I'm a little bit concerned. I'm going to sit back and wait how this thing develops. I probably won't have much Dalvin Cook. Although, again, I bounce things off the best in the business. And if you're with runpuresports.com, you can do the same thing in the Discord. You ask these guys questions. So very early in the week here, but I'm just a little 14 touches, 30 snaps. I don't know what this is. What's going on with Zimmer? Easing him in, or is this going to be a trend to keep him healthy? Next, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 7.4 on DraftKings, 8K. On FanDuel, he's taking on the LA Chargers. Remarkable week number 1, 138 yards, most in the NFL in week 1, 106 yards after contact. Like, this kid is really, really good. We'd love to see him in the passing game. That's the only question. Do they start featuring him there? I have a hard time believing that they won't. But he was on the field for every single play inside the 10-yard line. Yeah, 6 carries right near the goal line. I saw 4 of those carries where the defense was already in the backfield by the time he took his first step. He should have scored on at least one of those carries, but he didn't, and I'm fine with him, though. Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the pool, probably at a GPP pool for me. Although, if it ends up where I'm paying more at wide receiver this week, I could see going down with him as a running back 1, but the early build that I have is going to be pay up at running back, pay down with Murray at quarterback, and then try and figure out how to get Devontae Adams in there. And that's really it for me. Kyler, 2 big running backs, Adams, and then find some value. That's the early week build. Aaron Jones going up against Detroit, 7.1K on DK, 7.7 on FanDuel. Had 3 of the 4 carries inside the 5-yard line. That's terrific. Dylan got 1, but that's fine. Williams and Dylan far behind Jones at this point. I'm not worried about that. 54% of the running back touches. I mean, we'd like to see that up in the 60s, but Aaron Jones could just crush any single week, and it wouldn't shock me to see him go for 100 yards against Detroit. Eckler, what happened to Eckler, man? That's my boy, Austin Eckler. Come on, dude. 6.9 on FanDuel, 6.5 on DK. This could be a week. He is priced way down. He's cheaper than James Conner. Give me a break. 50 snaps, only 1 target. They're going to have to do more with this week against Kansas City. They're going to have to throw more. Tyrod has never been a guy to check down. Please check down this week so we can get him. Anthony Lynn said Eckler needs to get the ball, and that's a priority. Good. We like that. Let's see if he can do it. Raheem Mostert. Okay. I love Raheem Mostert. 6,500 on FanDuel, 6,400 on DraftKings. I like him more on FanDuel. I know he caught the couple passes. He took it to the house there. But this is, and I will say this until he slows down, he is the Tyreek Hill of running backs. Okay? 22.73 miles per hour on that long touchdown run. Fastest top end speed in the NFL since Tyreek Hill in 16. Absolutely amazing. 7 straight games with a TD. You can't predict TDs. 7 straight games with a TD. I'm predicting a TD for this guy. Okay. Mostert is always going to be in my GPP pool, and he helped me win a little bit of money last week. Todd Gurley, 14 of 56 and a touchdown. He takes on Dallas with this Atlanta offense. 2 carries, 5 targets, 1 yard. Gross, 28% of the team touches. That's not bad. 64% of the running back touches. I like that. 6.1K on DraftKings fine. 7,000 on FanDuel. I mean, are you kidding me? No. I'm not going to bother with that. Kenyon Drake going up against a good Washington front 7. Here we go. He has a quiet week, and all of a sudden now he's priced down at 5.9 on DraftKings, 6.6 on FanDuel. This might be something interesting. 58 snaps, 6 catches, 6 targets, 16 carries, and he had 6 targets, I should say. But the problem is Chase Edmonds played 28 snaps, so he played almost half of what Drake did, but he had more of a role. I wouldn't even say more of a role. He was just more successful in the passing game. He caught 5 of those 6 targets. Kenyon Drake, definitely in my GPP pool once again. David Johnson against Baltimore, 109 total yards, 77 rushes, 11 carries. Now Duke Johnson's out. That's huge. Okay. I can see David Johnson being a nice little play as we get through this here. And he's at 5.8 on DraftKings. I like that. Not as much 7.2K on FanDuel. That doesn't bother me. But David Johnson's a guy now that could see volume, and that's what we want out of our backs, even a very tough matchup. Fine, check it down to David Johnson. That's why he might be more valuable on DraftKings, including the salary too. Just a couple other guys I want to run out there. Malcolm Brown, Cam Akers with the Rams. Brown, listen, he's good. 18 carries, 79 yards. Got goal line carries, 2 touchdowns. Cam Akers will be the starting running back. I predict that later on this year. Even McVay said, listen, we're going to work him in. We're trying to get him going. And then, once he catches on, we're going to give him more work. So right now, though, Malcolm Brown is my guy. Antonio Gibson, 23% of the snaps. I feel horrible about starting him in DraftKings in my cash lineup. He's just awful. James Robinson against Tennessee, 100% snap rate. Wow. 100% snap rate inside the 10-yard line. So he's the only running back there. If you're chasing volume, that's fine. I just don't see really. Well, Melvin Gordon had a couple of nice runs against Tennessee, but James Robinson, GPP play only. Ronald Jones against Carolina, 47% snap rate, 39% touches, 73% of the running back touches, but he just doesn't interest me. Taylor or Hines going up against Minnesota with the Colts. So this could be interesting because I think a lot of people are going to be on Nyheim Hines just because he ended up with over 27 points. And a guy you should be targeting is Jonathan Taylor, okay? 5.7K on DraftKings, and I really like that price for GPPs. He's definitely going to be in the mix, okay? And he's only 5.8 on FanDuel too, so he's a great value over there. 11 carries, 7 targets after the Mack injury. So he had 18 touches. Nyheim Hines, 17% target rate, 3 carries, 7 targets after the injury to Mack. I must say, this is Taylor getting 2-to-1 touches there. Benny Snell against Denver, not an easy matchup. We saw Derrick Henry go over 100 yards. Benny Snell's no Derrick Henry. If Connor is out, he outsnapped Jalen Samuels 24-18. So he's getting 2-to-1 there, actually 3-to-2 ratio. 19 carries, 113 yards, got only 1 target. If Connor's out, Benny Snell's definitely in play. And then for those of you that love to lose money, Le'Veon Bell is out. Go ahead and start Frank Gore. If you like to lose money, start Frank Gore. That will be amazing. And watch him end up in the millie. My God. All right, so here's the deal. Sign up for runpuresports.com right now. $65 a month, $100 for the sports, the DFS and showdown side, and the bet side. Run Pure Bets, Run Pure Sports, $100. You want to dip your toes in the water? Check it out for $20 a week. I'm Holden. We got great NFL content today, of course, with me, and the rest of the week too. Just an amazing crew we have here. And I'll catch you if you missed my quarterback segment. Get to that. If you missed the wide receiver or tight ends, get to that. And I will see you soon.